Today we'll delve into the Juggernaut's strange anatomy. Can you tell me about the powers and abilities that Juggernaut possesses? In the Marvel realm, Cain Markle, famously known as Juggernaut, stands out as a notable figure. Regarded as cursed, truly, with an invulnerability and a superhuman strength surpassing even the Hulk's immense power. The Juggernaut's massive body and complex anatomy have been the subject of admiration for decades. And today we're going to dive into the anatomy of this monster, meticulously examining every element that makes up the relentless Juggernaut. The outer shell of the Juggernaut is composed of a blend of his unique skin and armor worn by cultists. His skin, although visually similar to that of an average human, is significantly denser and tougher, providing him with a high degree of resistance to physical injury, toxins, and changes in temperature. However, the Juggernaut's skin is not impenetrable, and the remainder of its external protection is provided by its mystical armor. The armor, given to him by Cyttorak, a mystical entity that was presented to Mark Silvers, fulfills dual functions. Firstly, it is practically indestructible, which further increases its invulnerability. Secondly, it is a symbol of his connection to Cyttorak, serving as a conduit for his power. This armor can regenerate by itself. It is resistant to magical attacks, and more importantly, terrifies the Juggernaut's enemies tremendously, increasing their threat level. Moreover, the Colossus is renowned for its remarkable power. Its massive size does not impede its abilities. It stands nearly 3 meters tall and weighs approximately 800 kilograms. His musculoskeletal structure, although similar to that of humans, is denser, more resistant and capable of supporting enormous weight, allowing him to perform feats of colossal strength. This structure also helps resist fractures and improve the quality and shape of an average human being. The density of your muscle mass is also increased, providing you with enormous strength. The Juggernaut's muscle cells work more efficiently than those of an average human, allowing him to lift or push around 100 tons effortlessly. Furthermore, when using Cyttorak's power, his physical strength, in principle, can become unlimited. The Juggernaut's cardiovascular system is truly impressive. To support its enormous size and strength, its heart and circulatory system function with superhuman efficiency. With every beat, your heart propels a significant volume of blood, which serves to energize your muscles. Their blood vessels are strong and flexible, allowing the efficient delivery of nutrients and oxygen throughout the body, while their lungs have a much greater capacity than that of an average human, providing more effective oxygen absorption. The Juggernaut's nervous system is resilient and adapted to control its colossal bodily structure, but it's his unbreakable will that sets him apart from other villains and heroes. His connection between mind and body, reinforced by his bond with Setrak, allows the Juggernaut to resist mental attacks and push his physical abilities to the limit. Despite the many battles and injuries he faced, the Juggernaut maintained and heightened his senses of touch, taste, hearing, sight, and smell. Finally, let's consider the Juggernaut's metabolic system. Its vast dimensions, along with the burdens it bears, demand what appears to be an incredibly high-calorie intake. However, in the comics, it is assumed that Cyttorak's mystical energy fuels him, reducing his dependence on food and water. This divine source of energy distinguishes him from beings of similar size and strength, and reveals his unstoppability, as he never needs to stop to rest or feed. And of course, even though this is not directly related to his physical anatomy, we must understand the Juggernaut's psyche, as it is extremely important to form a complete view of this powerful creature. Ken Marco, a soul with a harsh past, and it was not always a villain. The driving force behind the Juggernaut's ruthless character is his unwavering will and determination, born from his turbulent past. Although Marco was initially rude and a troublemaker, he always wanted to redeem himself. His psyche is complex and characterized by periodic regrets for his actions, and a stubborn struggle for recognition. This struggle combined with the fact that he cannot be blamed for being incapable of being guilty. This struggle, along with anger and resentment, fuels day after day, directing Cyttorak's energy toward physical mastery. Despite having a predominantly human anatomy, the Juggernaut's physiology is fundamentally linked to mystical powers granted to him by the essence of Cyttorak. When Marco discovered the red stone of Cyttorak and touched it, a part of the divine essence penetrated him, transforming him into an avatar of the god. This not only altered his physical form, but also endowed him with mystical abilities, including invulnerability, superhuman strength, and regeneration. This divine connection is not static. As shown in several comic book series, the power the Juggernaut can have is proportional to his affinity with the Cyttorak. Should the deity find favor, he possesses the power to enhance the capabilities of the Juggernaut, rendering him nearly unstoppable. In case of dissatisfaction, the Cyttorak can withdraw his blessings, making Marco once again a mere mortal. One of the most famous effects of Cyttorak's influence is the force field that the Juggernaut can generate. This mystical shield provides an additional level of protection, further increasing our hero's resistance. When activated, it can withstand the most powerful blows in the Marvel Universe. From Thor's hammer to the Hulk's most devastating blows, the shield works independently of the Juggernaut's consciousness, protecting him even when he doesn't suspect the imminent threat. And of course, an important aspect of the Juggernaut's anatomy is his incredible healing abilities granted to him, as one might imagine from Cyttorak. Any harm that succeeds in penetrating your magical barrier and impenetrable skin, be it potent energy explosions, severe trauma, or toxins of high potency, is swiftly healed. The Juggernaut possesses regenerative powers that operate on a cellular basis, repairing damaged tissues at a velocity significantly surpassing that of a normal human being. The capacity for regeneration extends beyond mere wound healing. In instances of severe bodily harm, including the amputation of limbs, the Juggernaut demonstrates its remarkable ability to fully regenerate any lost tissue. But that doesn't mean he can't be affected by the regenerative force, which is an essential part of his body. Therefore, his regenerative abilities play an important role in maintaining his robust physical form and ensuring his status as an unstoppable force. And lastly, let us turn our attention towards a frequently neglected aspect of the colossal entity's structure, specifically, its eyes. The depiction shows its eyes emitting a bright red glow, indicating the mystical energy flowing through him. Although they function like normal human eyes, allowing him to see, the brightness increases when he directs more of Setrak's power. This is a visual manifestation of your divine connection. These eyes don't just serve aesthetic purposes. A few times the Juggernaut has shown us the ability to project beams of energy from his eyes, indicating the immense strength he can control that we may not have even suspected. Let us take a moment to encapsulate its capabilities and strengths. The empowerment derived from demonic crimson jewel binds to the user's soul, and makes him the avatar of Cyttorak, a paragon giving him this new body. He was considered a Thor-class threat. According to Prosh, his comparative mutagenic power record was 8-9. So far, he has demonstrated the following powers. Infinite power. The Juggernaut is often depicted as possessing virtually limitless superhuman strength, fueled by infinite kinetic energy originating from Cyttorak, and is sometimes classified as Class 90 or 100. His power, originating from Cyttorak, is intrinsically linked to his role as an avatar of destruction. Utilizing his formidable power, he succeeded in rendering the entity unconscious with merely 3 strikes, overcame Colossus, and also the combined might of Hulk, by utilizing tactics of continuous unexpected ambushes. And Thor, the Juggernaut has been shown to be strong enough to rival the highly powerful Prime in a fight, incapacitate multiple mutants with a single thunderclap, and even knock the stranger down with one punch after he has grown to around 15 feet tall. He succeeded in immobilizing a significantly infuriated World War Hulk, alongside the powerful Thor, prior to the moment Kane's connection with Cyttorak was cut off. Additionally, Kane managed to paralyze a relatively angry Savage Hulk, injure the powerful King Hyperion while weakened, damage Scar, and gain the upper hand before being outwitted, even while in a weakened state after being severely depowered by Cyttorak. Furthermore, when empowered by absorbing energies from a magical universe, Kane was able to break through multiple dimensional barriers and split space-time, the fissure of which was expanding across the universe, the location where he found himself unlimited vigor. The Juggernaut's body does not generate fatigue toxins during physical activity, granting him unlimited stamina in all physical activities. Being incapable of being wounded. With his force field active, Kane is virtually invulnerable to all forms of physical injury. Kane can only be harmed by high-level mental attacks, mystical attacks, or weapons with mystical properties. Indeed, when Mjolnir managed to neutralize the Juggernaut's protective force field, he remained sufficiently resilient to exchange punches with Thor. Even weakened, he proved capable of withstanding a blast from the cosmic entity Stranger. Force field. The Juggernaut is capable of generating a personal force field around him, which greatly increases his physical durability, to the point that the field was able to withstand Mjolnir and Thor's divine attacks blast. Were completely ineffective against the Juggernaut, and Thor explicitly did not hold back. In fact, Wolverine's adamantium claws proved absolutely incapable of harming the Juggernaut. Absorption and redirection of energy. The Juggernaut's capability for invulnerability additionally permits him to soak up attacks based on energy, and then redirect those very attacks back towards his adversaries. Immortality. The Juggernaut is immune to aging and has sometimes been described or implied to be unkillable under normal means. Self-sustainability. The Juggernaut is completely self-sustainable, does not need to breathe, eat, or drink. He does not get tired, and therefore cannot sleep. But his self-generated mystical energies provide him with the nourishment of sleep, nutrition, hydration, and oxygen. He is maintained solely through his enigmatic powers. He previously persisted in speaking and battling even after being diminished to merely a skeleton. Immunity to contaminants. The Juggernaut is also immune to all toxins, poisons, and diseases. Regenerative healing factor. Despite his invulnerability, it is possible for Juggernaut to be injured. Should he sustain injuries, Kane is endowed with a regenerative healing capability, enabling him to completely heal at an accelerated superhuman pace. He sustained an injury from Shatterstar's blade and experienced immediate healing. The Spire Demon once skinned the Juggernaut to a skeleton after draining him, and even then, the Juggernaut was able to regenerate all the damage done once he regained his full power. Personification of irresistible force. Once it starts moving in a certain direction, it is virtually impossible to stop its movement. Size manipulation. It appears that Juggernaut can increase in size to 80 feet, as seen during the Trion Saga, and greatly decrease his size when fighting Nightmare. Levitation. When given enough power from the gem, the Juggernaut can also levitate above the ground, and possibly fly. Well, my friends, the Juggernaut's anatomy is a unique combination of enhanced human physiology and divine mysticism. Every aspect of this being contributes to his reputation as one of Marvel's most formidable characters. Its anatomy goes beyond biology, intertwining it with physics and mysticism, creating a creature truly worthy of the name Juggernaut. Tell me, what's your opinion on Juggernaut? If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and remember to share this video with all of your friends. A warm embrace coming from Cyber Nerd.